Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts and I watched Pinocchio from 1940. Yes, we watched the original Pinocchio movie. The original Disney Pinocchio movie. Yeah, it it was definitely a fun movie. Yeah. Um, I always knew about Pinocchio and and the cat. What was it? Figaro and Cleo the fish, and obviously Geppetto. I also, I think I knew about the Blue Fairy, but I think I never knew about Jiminy Cricket. Yes, I knew he was from Pinocchio. I knew he was um, his existence, a bit later, but I never seen him in Pinocchio. Back in the day, we had those Disney books that you could read, that tells the story about the character, and we also definitely had Pinocchio, but I can't remember Jiminy Cricket being in there. Maybe it's because it was a Dutch version, and maybe the Dutch version doesn't have him. I don't know, or maybe his character I just don't remember. You know, um, but a bit later on, I got to know about Jiminy Cricket, but I never seen him in there. So um, yeah. Um, but this is definitely a first time watch. I don't think we had this movie on VHS. We might had, but I don't think so. Um, yeah, we definitely had a book about Pinocchio. But let's just start with the movie, shall we? Um, we see the book of Pinocchio and we hear somebody sing. There's a light shining on the book, and the light goes up, and then that light shines on Jiminy Cricket, who is singing. Um, we then get a close shot, and after he's done with singing, he looks at us and starts to talk to us. He gets a bit closer, and I just that hmm, Barking of Shadows. Funny. Anyway, he looked at us, he was talking to us, and then he slid down the book and opened it. He started to, tell the story, but then the page fell back, so he had to put a candle holder against it. Those things that you hold while you're walking with. Not those ones. Not like what do you call those? Not those candlesticks, but you're just a candle holder. That you see. Those old timey things, maybe like something with screws or something like that. They have like a kind of a plate with a handle, and then you have there your candle on, and then you walk with that, something like that. You turn that thing to hold down the page, and then he started to tell the story about Pinocchio. But we're gonna leave that because if you want to know what's happening next, watch the movie yourself. Um, when I saw Pinocchio, um, it made me also think of Friends when Chandler was talking about one of Joey's early jobs from that he had to play Pinocchio from. Look, Geppetto, I'm alive, or something like that. And then for once I was a wooden boy, a little wooden boy. I love that scene. It's just fucking funny. Um, it's a bit too bad that he didn't do that in this one. Um, Jiminy Cricket did also a terrible job as Pinocchio's conscience, conscience. He did a terrible job. He On the first day he was too late, so Pinocchio walked with honest John, who sold him basically to what was his name? What was his name? Trombone. Oh yeah, Stromboli. He was sold off to Stromboli to preform. I think I have seen that movie. No, not this one, but yeah, and then Jiminy caught up with Pinocchio, talked to him, and he said, well, okay, this you have to say to them, that you, and then go to school like you were supposed to. No, he said, well, oh, yep, let's go. So he didn't listen, and then Jiminy Cricket, he gave up. Yeah, actor doesn't need a conscience, so he walked away. Great job, dude. And a bit later, again, Pinocchio went again with Honest John, and this time he was sold off to Pleasure Island, where he partially turned into a donkey. But I just love the music in this movie. The early Disney movies, the orchestrated music, fucking love it. It was a very good movie. I really enjoyed this movie, so I give this movie a high 4, low 5. Go watch the movie yourself. Leave likes, recommend a good puppet related movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.